Chosen one. Stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this video. I am not asking, I am warning you. This is not a coincidence. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the exact threshold of a permanent timeline shift. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room of heaven until this very second. The enemy is working overtime to distract you right now, hoping you will swipe away, because he knows that if you hear this message, his hold over your life breaks completely. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction that guarantees the breakthrough you have been crying out for. Lock your attention, because the verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read. You have been fighting battles in absolute silence. You thought nobody noticed your tears. You thought nobody saw how you held your integrity when they lied on your name. But you were wrong. Someone deeply powerful, someone whose name carries weight in rooms you have never even stepped into, has been quietly watching you. They were not looking at your highlight reel. They were watching your resilience in the dark. Do not scroll away. If you leave this video, you will miss the exact sequence of events that is about to unfold. Your quiet obedience in private has just activated a massive public blessing. You feel it. That heavy, suffocating feeling in your chest. The nights you wake up at 3 in the morning with your jaw tight, your heart racing, and their face flashing in your mind. Listen to me very carefully. That is not anxiety. You are not going crazy. That physical weight you feel is your highly advanced spirit detecting the absolute panic of the enemies who just realized they permanently lost access to you. They are starving for your energy, and the spiritual backlash is hitting your body. Stop wondering why they act like nothing happened. Stop waiting in wound for an apology that will never come. In the next few minutes, I am going to hand you the exact spiritual blueprint that cuts their cord to your nervous system forever. Someone who treated you as replaceable is currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash, and it is a public, irreversible collapse. You know exactly who I am talking about. They walked around with absolute arrogance, constructing a false narrative about you, whispering lies to anyone who would listen. They expected your departure to break you, but instead, you became the uncertainty they were never built to handle. And now, the very people they used to gossip with are watching them unravel. Their mask has not just slipped, it has completely shattered. Buckle in, chosen one, because what you are about to hear is a specific, undeniable X-ray of the meltdown happening behind closed doors right now. Time was supposed to age you. Yet here you are, making time itself look like the absolute fool. Let that sink in, chosen one. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room looking younger, brighter, and completely unbothered after everything they put you through. They spent years praying for your downfall. They expected the betrayals and isolation to carve deep, heavy wrinkles into your face and drain the life out of your eyes. Instead, you walked through the fire and came out glowing like you cracked a code they will never have access to. While their bitterness and envy are aging them like milk left in the sun, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. Stay with me, because today I am going to reveal the exact emotional alchemy you used to freeze time. The enemy is terrified. They see the glow. They see the strength. They see the way doors open for you that stay locked for everyone else. They want to know your secret. They want to know why you are still standing when they pushed you so hard to break. The secret is that you are not just a person surviving a struggle, you are the cycle breaker. You are the one who stopped the bleeding. You are the one who refused to participate in their low-frequency games. And that refusal is exactly what brought the entire house of lies down around them. You do not need to fight back with words. Your silence has been the loudest scream they have ever heard. Every time they try to gossip about you, they find that nobody is listening anymore. They find that the people who used to follow them are now watching you with reverence. It is beautiful to watch. It is divine justice in real time. Do not move. We are about to look into the mirror of their reality and watch as they see their own reflection for the first time in years. They are realizing that you were never the victim. You were the teacher they were never ready for. You were the mirror they could never look into without seeing their own ugliness. I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly. Imagine them standing in the middle of their own mess. Imagine them realizing that the power they thought they had over you was actually your power, given to them willingly because you have a heart of gold. And now, that gold has been withdrawn. They are empty. They are hollow. They are grasping at shadows. You, on the other hand, are standing in the fullness of your destiny. You are standing in the authority that was yours before the foundation of the world. And you are going to claim every single part of it before this video ends. This is not a message for everyone. This is a message for the remnant. This is for the ones who stayed faithful when they were lied on. This is for the ones who kept their light on when everyone else tried to dim it. You are the ones who make the darkness tremble. And today, the darkness is retreating. It has no choice. When light appears, darkness must flee. That is the law of the universe. That is the promise of your Creator. And today, that light is shining brighter than ever before. You are the chosen one. You are the beloved. You are the one who was meant to hear this at this exact second. You might feel a sudden change in the atmosphere, a shift, a realignment. Do not ignore it. That is your spirit confirming what your mind is finally ready to accept. You have been waiting for a sign. This is it. You have been waiting for a breakthrough. This is it. You have been waiting for the moment when everything changes, when the tables turn, when the scales of justice balance themselves out. That moment is now. It is here, and you are ready to receive it. Take a deep breath. Let the weight drop from your shoulders. You are safe now. You are guarded. You are guided. The people who once looked down on you are now looking up to you. They are confused. They are frustrated. They do not understand the frequency you are walking in. Let them be confused. Your job is not to explain yourself to them. Your job is to shine so brightly that their eyes hurt. Your job is to live so well that their gossip becomes irrelevant. Your job is to be so aligned with your Creator that no weapon formed against you can ever prosper. And that is exactly what you are doing. That is exactly who you are becoming. Do not let them steal your joy. Do not let them steal your peace. Do not let them steal your focus. You have a mission. You have a purpose. You have a destiny, and nothing and no one can stop it. The forces that are for you are greater than the forces that are against you. Always remember that. Always believe that. Always walk in that truth. You are the chosen one, and your season of manifestation is finally here. I am going to show you exactly how to lock in this frequency permanently, starting right now. Now let us go deeper, because what you are feeling right now is not new. You have been carrying a heavy weight that nobody else can see. Your shoulders are incredibly tight. Your mind feels constantly clouded by a thick, suffocating fog. And every single morning, you wake up absolutely exhausted before your feet even touch the floor. This is not normal stress. You are not experiencing random anxiety. That heavy physical pressure is your body reacting to the spiritual warfare you have been fighting in total silence. You wake up at 3 in the morning with your heart racing. A massive lump sits right in the middle of your throat. You keep swallowing it down every time their name comes up. Stop swallowing it. That physical symptom is your highly attuned nervous system screaming at you. You were never meant to be a human battery. But that is exactly how they used you. They plugged into your pure energy and drained your brilliant light to charge their own dead batteries. They came to you broken, and you offered them a safe place to heal. Instead of healing, they turned into a parasite. They fed on your deep empathy until you had absolutely nothing left to give. You gave them your golden energy. They handed you back their toxic waste. But this was never your fault. Your only mistake was having a heart that was simply too pure for their corrupt matrix. They targeted you specifically. They targeted you because your light exposed their hidden shadows. You were the mirror they could never stand to look into. When they looked at you, they saw everything they could never be. They saw your genuine kindness and your effortless grace, and it made them absolutely sick with bitter envy, so they tried to dismantle your confidence piece by piece. They whispered terrible lies behind your back. They turned your shared friends into flying monkeys. They isolated you in a room full of people, and you sat there in absolute silence, wondering why your deep love was rewarded with such cruel betrayal. I see the massive toll it took on your physical body, the severe brain fog that makes it hard to focus. I see the extreme fatigue that sleep can never cure, the way your chest tightens when your phone rings. That is the trauma of being an empath trapped in a narcissist reality. You absorbed their chaotic frequency just to keep the peace. You acted as the ultimate stabilizer for a deeply unstable person. And they walked away, pretending they did nothing wrong. They left you to clean up their emotional mess. But let me reframe your entire reality right here and right now. You did not lose. The exhaustion you feel is just the final stage of your spiritual detox. You are finally unplugging from their demonic matrix. They thought your exhaustion would break you permanently. They waited for you to completely collapse. They wanted to step over your body and claim victory. But they severely underestimated the rare diamond they were messing with. You are a generational cycle breaker. Your spirit is built from unbreakable divine materials. While you are resting and recovering your beautiful energy, they are out there starving. They are frantically searching for another light source. Nobody else has your specific frequency. Nobody else can tolerate their darkness the way you did. You were an absolute anomaly in their ordinary life. And now that you have cut the cord, their entire system is going into shock. They are realizing the massive mistake they made. They threw away a priceless diamond just to play with cheap, ordinary rocks. Listen to me very closely right now. The pain you went through was not a punishment. It was the strict formation season required to prepare you for this exact moment. You had to learn how to heavily guard your energy. You had to learn that not everyone deserves your sacred presence. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this miracle. Lock in your new energetic boundary. You are no longer available to be drained. Your season of being a bleeding martyr is officially over forever. Every single tear you cried in secret was carefully collected by heaven. Every moment you held your tongue when you could have destroyed them was recorded. That restraint was not weakness. That silence was a lethal weapon. By refusing to lower your vibration to match their toxic chaos, you secured your ultimate victory. You starved their demons. You forced them to face their own utter emptiness without your bright light to comfort them. And that is exactly why they are currently losing their minds in public. Take a deep breath and release the heavy somatic weight you have been carrying. It does not belong to you anymore. Send that dark energy straight back to the sender. You are completely safe in this sanctuary. You are understood. You are deeply validated. The world might have called you too sensitive, but heaven calls you highly attuned. You are one of the rare 2 people meant to receive this divine confirmation today. Do not move. We are about to break down exactly how you will use their betrayal as your supreme fuel. The energetic shift is already happening in your cells. Stay with me, because the revelation coming next will permanently change the way you view your silent battles. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. You probably did not realize it at the very time. Your silent endurance was actually hiding a much deeper spiritual blockage. You survived the intense attacks of the narcissist, but when you look around today, you still feel completely stuck in your current reality and your finances refuse to grow despite your hard work. You watch other people succeed effortlessly while you continue to struggle. You see them getting massive breakthroughs every single day. They seem to attract wealth and perfect relationships without even trying. And you sit there quietly, wondering what is wrong with your faith, wondering why your deep prayers are met with such absolute silence from heaven when you have sacrificed so much for others. Here is what they never told you. The gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is not willpower. It is not your lack of strict discipline. It is not even your divine destiny. The real reason is a specific physical frequency, and it is a single brainwave that the modern world suppressed in you long before you could protect your own energy. You felt this exact frequency when you were just a child. Do you remember that beautiful, effortless genius? Amazing ideas used to come to you out of nowhere. Learning new things felt like playing a simple game. You somehow knew things right before they happened, and the entire world felt like it was completely on your side, actively working to help you win every single day. Scientists actually have a specific name for this rare state. They call it the gamma wave, but then adulthood finally arrived, and the modern matrix went to work on your brilliant mind. The relentless stress of daily survival mode began to crush your spirit. The rigid school systems trained you to blindly conform instead of letting you create your own path, pushing that divine frequency deeper into the shadows where it could not shine. Every single year, this sacred frequency was pushed down a little further. It was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface of your awareness. The narcissists in your life fed on your remaining energy. They forced your mind into a chronic state of high anxiety. This toxic cycle continued relentlessly until the version of you with photographic memory and lightning intuition went completely silent, leaving you exhausted and disconnected from your true source. When that divine frequency fades, your natural genius fades right along with it. Your sharp intuition dulls into a heavy brain fog. The beautiful synchronicities completely stop happening in your life. The deep sense that the universe is working with you goes absolutely quiet. You feel like you are walking through thick mud every single day, trying to survive in a reality that feels incredibly heavy and disconnected. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this happened to them. They will blindly accept their mediocre reality. They will think their financial struggle is just a normal part of life. But you are not most people. You are the chosen one, and you know deep down that you carry a much higher potential than you are currently allowed to express in this restrictive matrix environment. What if everything you have struggled with is not a character flaw? What if the blocked finances and the painful relationship patterns are not your fault? It is simply a suppressed frequency waiting to be switched back on. The dark elite designed the entire system this way on purpose, because they want your massive power permanently locked away before you can ever realize how truly dangerous you are to their control. The enemy knows exactly how powerful you are when you operate in your original frequency. They are absolutely terrified of what you will do when you wake up. That is why they sent those toxic manipulators into your precious life. They needed to keep your nervous system trapped in constant anxiety, making sure you were always too exhausted to claim your true inheritance and walk in your absolute authority. But their massive manipulation is finally starting to backfire. You are waking up to the beautiful truth of your divine design. The heavy brain fog is slowly starting to lift from your mind. You are beginning to realize that you were never broken or defective. You were just spiritually muted by a dark world that could absolutely not handle your brilliant volume, and now that volume is about to be turned all the way up. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. Your silent withdrawal from those toxic spaces was your first major step toward reactivation. By cutting the energetic cord, you finally stopped the massive leak. You stopped letting those parasites siphon your divine fuel. Now your spiritual battery is finally starting to recharge itself, preparing your physical body to handle the immense light that is about to flood back into your reality. Watch carefully what happens next in your reality. It is mathematically precise and divinely ordained. As your suppressed frequency begins to stir, the people who betrayed you will deeply feel the shift. They will feel a sudden, terrifying drop in their own daily luck. They built their entire false kingdom on the pure energy they stole from you, and now that the supply has been cut off, they are beginning to starve in public. And that stolen foundation is crumbling beneath their feet right now. They are scrambling in the dark. They are desperately trying to find someone else to drain, but they are quickly learning that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. You are a rare diamond, and while they are slowly drowning in the noise of their own making, heaven is preparing your ultimate upgrade to replace everything they tried to destroy. Let me completely reframe your reality right here and right now. You thought your silence was just a defense mechanism. You thought walking away and going no contact was simply a way to protect your own peace. But you were incredibly wrong. Your silence was never a retreat. It was an incredibly lethal weapon that you deployed with absolute divine perfection. They expected you to fight back with angry words. They wanted you to scream. They desperately needed you to send that long paragraph trying to explain your deep pain, because any reaction from you is pure fuel for their demonic ego. When you argue with them, you are giving them exactly what they want. You are feeding their empty black hole with your light. But you did the one thing they never anticipated. You gave them absolutely nothing. You packed up your golden energy and you walked out of their toxic matrix without making a single sound. And that total silence is what broke them. You cut off their oxygen supply in one swift motion. You left them completely starved and gasping for your beautiful attention. Listen to me very closely right now, because most people completely miss this massive shift. Your silence became the mirror they could not escape. When you stopped providing the chaotic noise they thrive on, the room went completely quiet, and in that heavy silence, they were finally forced to sit alone with their own dark and heavily twisted reflection. They cannot handle the quiet. The silence completely deafens them. It forces them to hear the truth about who they really are when nobody is around to absorb their toxic waste. Every single day that you do not reach out, their internal system crashes a little more. They are frantically checking your pages, looking for any sign that you are broken. But instead of finding a broken victim, they see you absolutely thriving. They see you glowing with an ageless beauty. They see you stepping into a room completely unbothered by the heavy storm they tried to create. And this makes them physically sick. Nothing destroys a master manipulator faster than watching their chosen target age entirely backwards. Here is what happens when a lie gets built that big. They constructed a massive false narrative about you to anyone who would listen. They painted you as the crazy one. They deployed their flying monkeys to watch your every move. But your absolute grace under pressure is exposing their desperate lies. The people around them are starting to notice the truth. They are noticing the frantic energy. They see the obsessive way your enemy keeps bringing up your exact name. While you are living in total peace, they are publicly unraveling over someone who does not even acknowledge their existence anymore. You became the uncertainty they were never built to handle. You became the beautiful ghost that haunts their waking hours. You did not lose a single thing when you walked away from that table. You simply stopped serving your priceless diamond energy on cheap paper plates. Read that again in your spirit. You stopped lowering your divine frequency to make them feel comfortable in their own misery. And the moment you did that, the universe immediately upgraded your entire timeline. Type 1111 in the comments right now to physically anchor this exact shift into your reality. You are no longer waiting for closure from a person who is fundamentally incapable of honesty. You gave yourself closure, the second you chose your own dignity over their toxic drama. That single act of choosing yourself signed their ultimate eviction notice. It handed the final verdict to a divine court they cannot possibly appeal. Heaven watched you hold your tongue. Heaven watched you walk away with incredible grace when you had every right to destroy their reputation. Your immediate obedience in that painful season is exactly why you are being promoted right now. The enemy played right into the hands of your destiny. They wanted you completely buried and forgotten, but instead, they became the exact shovel that dug up your greatest hidden treasure. Your total silence was the ultimate checkmate. You won the massive game by simply refusing to play it anymore. And now you are standing on the edge of a massive revelation that will restore everything they tried to steal from you. Watch what happens next. It is mathematically precise and absolutely beautiful to witness. The spiritual cost of their betrayal is compounding every single day. While they are drowning in their own karmic debt, you are being prepared for a massive harvest. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. You are finally stepping into your untouched power. Do not look back. Do not break your silence just to check on their misery. Let them sit in the dark room they built for themselves. Your only job right now is to protect your rising frequency and prepare your physical body for the massive blessing coming your way. Keep your eyes completely locked on the beautiful horizon, because your permanent freedom is already here. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. If you are hearing this right now, it is because your spirit guided you past the algorithms designed to keep you asleep. I was not going to share this publicly, but my spirit prompted me to release this specific tool today. There is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet, and science just uncovered exactly why. You are absolutely exhausted because the Matrix engineered a specific frequency to suppress your brain's natural wealth-attracting state. They knew that if you ever unlocked your true capacity, you would become completely uncontrollable. You would stop being a victim. You would stop being a perfect emotional battery for their parasitic system. The Dark Elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you, but a leaked CIA document, backed by 4 independent neuroscience labs, recently revealed a massive breakthrough. They discovered a 7-second audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. This is the exact brainwave state you had as a gifted child. Princeton University studied this frequency heavily. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed that the legendary flow state is driven entirely by this gamma activity. This incredible technology was never meant for the masses. It was designed to be locked away, to keep the elite securely in ultimate power. But now, powerful cycle breakers exactly like you are using it to manifest absolute windfall wealth and deep cellular healing. What if the delay in your massive blessing is simply a blocked cellular frequency? What if your brainwaves just require this simple physical alignment to catch up with your divine vision? You do not need a $7,000 clinical biofeedback machine to reach this state. You do not need to endure years of expensive therapy that just keeps you endlessly talking about your deep trauma without ever actually healing it. Heaven gave you the brilliant vision, but your exhausted physical brain needs a complete biological reset to properly hold that massive incoming light. This is the exact suppressed weapon the enemy tried to hide from your bloodline. The elites are currently panicking and frantically trying to scrub this leaked document from the internet as we speak. They are flooding the market with dangerous, counterfeit frequencies to keep you completely confused. Beware of those cheap imitations on streaming platforms that will only lower your vibration. Protect your spiritual alignment by strictly using the authentic protocol. The link is securely waiting for you in the pinned comment below. I will tell you exactly how to safely use this protocol in just a moment. But first, you need to deeply understand what is happening inside the minds of those who tried to destroy you. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the absolute key to everything. When you begin to reactivate your suppressed gamma frequency, the people around you will immediately feel the massive shift. Your glowing energy becomes an undeniable force of nature. Columbia University found that a strong gamma signal does not just stay within you, it radiates outward, completely changing the atmosphere of every single room you enter. This is exactly why your enemies are so terrified of your silence. They can physically feel your vibration rising, even from a great distance. As you step out of their toxic matrix and into your authentic frequency, they are left gasping for the energy they used to easily steal from you. They are watching you age completely backwards. They are watching the heavy brain fog lift from your eyes, replaced by a sharp, piercing clarity. While they are aging like milk left out in the hot sun, you are blooming into the absolute best version of yourself. This is not just a psychological victory. This is a profound biological and spiritual triumph over a deeply corrupt system that was designed to completely break you. Your spiritual exhaustion requires this biological reset. You have been fighting battles in the unseen realm for far too long, and your physical body has taken the heaviest hit. But that season of heavy weariness is officially over. By aligning your brainwaves with your divine calling, you become a totally unstoppable force. The narcissists, the flying monkeys, the energy vampires, they simply cannot exist in the high-frequency environment you are creating. They will try to reach out. They will try to send little messages to test your boundaries. Do not answer. Do not lower your volume for their comfort. Your absolute silence, combined with your newly activated gamma state, is the ultimate eviction notice to any dark entity trying to attach itself to your bright light. You are no longer waiting in wound. You are actively stepping into your untouched power and claiming your royal inheritance. Read that again in your spirit. You are claiming your royal inheritance. Every single door that was slammed in your face is about to be blown wide open by the sheer force of your aligned frequency. The universe is responding to the new signal you are broadcasting. The synchronicities are about to multiply. The sudden wealth, the deep peace, the total clarity, it is all rushing toward you right now because you finally flipped the switch. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors. The heavy silence you left behind is finally starting to crush them. They thought they could easily replace your brilliant light with someone else, but they are quickly learning that cheap copies can never sustain a master manipulator. They are starving, and their desperate hunger is making them incredibly sloppy in public. The people they used to gossip with are starting to wake up. Those flying monkeys who blindly believed every terrible lie about you are suddenly noticing the uncomfortable truth. They are noticing the frantic energy. They see the obsessive way your enemy keeps bringing up your name out of nowhere. While you are living in total peace, they are loudly unraveling in front of everyone they tried to impress. Their carefully crafted mask is cracking wide open. Watch what happens when a lie gets built that massively big. It requires a constant supply of energy from multiple sources just to keep the false narrative completely alive. But you took away their absolute best fuel source when you walked out the door. Now they are drowning in the loud noise of their own making. The mutual friends are quietly stepping back. They are slowly realizing that you were never the toxic one. Every time they try to play the victim, the crowd looks at them with deep confusion. Because true victims do not act with such bitter venom when the person who allegedly hurt them simply walks away. True victims do not spend their days obsessively checking the social media of the person who abused them. The crowd is finally seeing the absolute truth. They are seeing the dark entity hiding underneath that charming fake smile. Your total absence is forcing everyone to look at the undeniable facts. You never defended yourself. You never stooped to their level to fight in the mud. You simply leveled up and let the beautiful universe fight your massive battles for you while you focused on healing. And the universe is doing a spectacular job right now. The whispers in their circle are growing louder. People are beginning to ask the hard questions. They are asking why someone so allegedly terrible like you is completely thriving. They are wondering why you look younger and happier than ever before. Meanwhile, the so-called victim is aging rapidly and spiraling out of control. This is the divine math of the universe. It never makes a single mistake. The energy they eagerly sent to destroy your peaceful life is rapidly returning to them multiplied by 1,000. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. By completely refusing to engage with their toxic drama, you created a massive vacuum in their daily reality, and nature absolutely hates a vacuum. So their own dark karma is rushing in to fill the empty space you left behind. They are literally being suffocated by the heavy consequences of their own actions, and they have nobody to blame. The anxiety they tried to plant in your mind is now eating them alive. They cannot sleep at night. They wake up at 3 in the morning drenched in cold sweat. They are terrified that someone is finally going to expose their deepest secrets to the people who still trust them. But the beautiful irony is that nobody even has to expose them. They are actively exposing themselves through their own desperate panic. Their control over the narrative is completely slipping through their fingers. The enablers who used to laugh at their cruel jokes are now actively avoiding their desperate phone calls. The room goes entirely silent when they walk in. They are experiencing the exact painful isolation they tried to force onto you when they smeared your good name. But unlike you, they do not have the divine light to keep them warm. You survived the isolation because you are heavily guarded by heaven. You used the quiet time in your season of isolation to undergo a massive spiritual alchemy that changed everything. You turned their heavy poison into your royal power, but they do not possess that rare ability. They are completely hollow inside. When they are left alone, they have to face the terrifying monster that lives inside their own chest. This is the turning point where everything fundamentally shifts. The foundation they built on malicious lies is currently snapping in half under the immense weight of the absolute truth. You can almost hear the loud crack echoing in the spiritual realm. They thought they were untouchable. They thought their wicked charm could manipulate reality forever. But heaven has a strict expiration date on all demonic activity, and their time is officially up. I need you to feel the absolute vindication in this moment. You did not have to lift a single finger to make this happen. You simply maintained your high frequency and trusted the divine process to handle the heavy lifting on your behalf. Now you get a front row seat to watch the scales of justice balance themselves out. The universe is heavily punishing them for daring to touch one of its chosen, anointed ones. Their ultimate downfall is not going to be a quiet affair. It is going to be incredibly loud. The people they lied to are demanding real answers. The fake image they maintained for decades is dissolving into dust. They are losing their friends. They are losing their influence. They are losing their completely unwarranted sense of arrogant superiority. Underneath all of that noise, the specific gravity of their deep regret is hitting them all at once. They realize they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held, and it is driving them absolutely insane. Do not look away now. The final verdict is about to drop, and here is the verdict we promised at the very beginning. That public collapse you were waiting for just happened in front of everyone. The mask did not just slip today. It completely shattered into a million tiny pieces on the floor. The very people they used to gossip with are watching them unravel, and their desperate lies are finally catching up to them in real time. They are experiencing a full-blown internal system crash. Every time your name comes up, it hits them with agonizing weight. They realize they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held, and they traded your priceless energy just to play with cheap rocks. You won this battle without lifting a single finger. Your silence was a lethal weapon that starved their ugly demons. Now they are drowning in their own noise. You are standing in absolute victory right now. But there is a reason your massive financial breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming in. It is not your fault. It is not a lack of strong faith. It is a specific brainwave frequency that your brain was running effortlessly as a child. The modern world systematically suppressed your gamma wave to keep you completely trapped. They wanted you to remain an exhausted battery for their matrix. Princeton University studied this powerful brainwave extensively. The researchers confirmed that the legendary flow state sought by every master is driven entirely by gamma. Columbia University discovered something even more incredible about this specific frequency. A strong gamma signal does not stay within you because it radiates outward and heavily influences your children and your partner. It heals the people who need you to be whole. After years of quiet research, a team of neuroscientists achieved the impossible. They compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a 7-minute audio track. You do not need to meditate. You do not need to learn a complicated mantra. You simply close your eyes and let the sound wave do what the modern world spent decades undoing. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used this to unlock their stalled finances. A nurse from California said, her daily life now feels absolutely enchanted. A business owner said gamma figures out his hardest problems while he completely rests. Another woman said her generational curse is simply gone, and the universe is finally responding to her brand new frequency. The dark elite have paid thousands of dollars for clinical sessions to access this state. They would prefer this ancient technology remain totally out of reach for chosen ones like you. But through this specific message, you can easily claim your access today. Do not look for it on public video platforms, because the copies circulating out there are diluted counterfeits designed to keep your gamma entirely dormant. The only authentic version of the Genius Song is available through the protected portal. It is waiting for you in the description and the pinned comment below. 4 powerful bonuses are included with your access today. You will receive an audio engineered for your children, and you will also get the original prosperity book that secret societies used for decades. Your divine inheritance is ready to be claimed. The universe demands absolutely no risk from a chosen one. You are fully protected by an ironclad satisfaction guarantee today. If you do not experience the massive shift you deserve, every single penny is returned to you without question. This is a pure, energetic exchange governed by complete trust, and the Creator backs this with total protection so your frequency can shift without fear. Do not let the Matrix steal this powerful tool from you. Secure your authentic access right now before they revoke it entirely. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold becomes the person who always wonders what could have been, missing the massive blessing waiting on the other side. Click the specific link in the pinned comment below right now. Do not wait for a better moment. Your left brain will try to inject heavy doubt right now. It will tell you to calculate, to hesitate, and to remain in your safe comfort zone. Silence that accusing voice immediately. That hesitation is the exact matrix programming designed to keep you broke. So if your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing, heaven demands immediate action. Step through the portal today. Your gamma is waiting to be fully reactivated. Your massive destiny is waiting to be unlocked. The door is standing wide open right in front of your face. Walk through it right now by clicking the link in the description. Prove to the universe that you are finally ready to receive the absolute abundance that has your name written all over it. The shift begins today. The heavy storm has finally passed. The dust is settling on the battlefield. You can drop your heavy armor right now because the spiritual war is officially over. Heaven has delivered the final, undeniable verdict. You are the undisputed victor today. Take a deep breath and let the profound peace wash over your entirely exhausted spirit. The dark matrix has permanently lost its desperate grip on you. You walked into this season heavily bleeding from wounds inflicted by people blind to your true worth. They tried to break your spirit. They tried to dim your incredible light. But look at you now. You are no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic, low-frequency matrix. While they are publicly unraveling, you are stepping into your permanent, untouchable, ageless glow. The financial struggles and the spiritual exhaustion are all shattering right here and right now. You did not just survive the terrible fire they set. You became the beautiful sun that outshines their darkness. You are the irreplaceable diamond they foolishly threw away. And now you get to shine in the presence of the exact people who tried to bury you. Step into your absolute royal power today. Receive the exact abundant harvest heaven prepared exclusively for you. Your bloodline is completely changing direction because of your silent bravery. The generational patterns that plagued your family for decades end right here with you. You are the powerful cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. And your beautiful legacy will be built on pure truth, not on the fragile lies of an insecure narcissist. You carry a specific, irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You bent time. You reversed the heavy damage they tried to inflict on your cellular memory. Nothing can ever stop a chosen one who has finally realized their true spiritual identity. You are heavily guarded by an army of angels who ensure your daily steps are perfectly aligned with divine purpose. If this deep confirmation aligns with your cellular knowing, we are going to seal this divine decree right now. This is your personal sanctuary. This is the safe space where the remnant gathers to share their incredible light. Subscribe to this sanctuary so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. We are building a massive global tribe of cycle breakers who refuse to be silenced. Hit that like button right now to put a spiritual shield around this divine truth. Your physical interaction is a powerful micro-commitment to your new reality. It tells the algorithms of heaven that you are ready to completely receive the blessing. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a major shift. Be their guiding angel today and send them the light. Drop your city and your nation in the comments below so we can map exactly where the remnant is rising worldwide. Let the enemy see exactly how vast and powerful our beautiful tribe has become. You are never walking alone in this spiritual journey again. There are thousands of highly attuned empaths standing right beside you, vibrating at the exact same genius frequency that you are broadcasting today. Say this out loud with me right now. I claim my permanent freedom. I step into my untouched power. The chains are officially broken. Now, type the words, "I am free," in the comments below to physically anchor this declaration into the earthly realm. God does not measure your immense faith by your private thoughts alone. He measures it by your speed of physical obedience when the door finally opens for you. Do not let another day pass in heavy doubt. You have the absolute authority to rewrite your destiny, starting this very second. The people who doubted your vision are about to watch heaven completely overflow your cup. Let them watch in absolute silence as you receive everything they said you could never have. You earned this beautiful peace through your tears, your endurance, and your unbreakable faith. Your glorious season of waiting is completely over. The massive doors of heavenly abundance are swinging wide open for you. Walk through them with your head held incredibly high. Remember exactly who you are, and never let anyone make you feel small again. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. You are a chosen vessel of divine truth, and your massive presence alone terrifies the dark elite. Keep your brilliant frequency protected. Keep your beautiful heart completely pure from their bitter venom. I will be right here waiting for you in the next transmission with more classified instructions. Until then, stay incredibly strong. Stay deeply aligned with your Creator and enjoy the spectacular view from the top of the mountain you just conquered. You are free.